In this sequence, we're targeting all the planes of movement. We have the sagittal, the frontal, and the horizontal. So we're going to start with frog rock. Squat behind the ball, press your pubic bone into the ball, drape over the ball until the front of your chin is resting on the ball. You're on all 10 toes and the balls of your feet. Rock forward and backwards. Hug the ball when you squat back, keeping your pubic bone pressed into the ball. You're going to cushion with your hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders, and your shoulder blades glide. Then you cushion with your feet, ankles, knees, and hips. Add your breathing. Breathe in and out slowly through your nose. Keep the front of your chin on the ball. As you rock forward, notice the weight of your head, lengthening your spine. And as you rock back, you're hugging the ball, pulling your shoulder blades apart, and you're deep within your hips, and your pelvic floor lengthens in that squat. Then it rebounds, propelling you forward. Eventually, the pelvic floor and the torso lift or spinal lengthening gets intimately connected. When you're in the squat, your pelvic floor lengthens, it rebounds, and your spine lengthens. And then your spine rebounds, bringing you back into the squat. Now, from the frog rock, we're going to do the squat into overhead reach. So grab a set of bells. Sit on top of the ball. Walk forward. Your feet are hip distance apart. Keep your sacrum on the ball. Knees are directly over your second and third toe. Now press your feet into the floor, driving your thigh bones into your hip sockets, pressing your sacrum into the ball. Now hold the bells, at your shoulders, straighten your legs, rolling backwards over the ball, lowering your head onto the ball, and your spine follows the contour of the ball. I'm going to walk my feet closer to the ball until my sacrum is on the top of the ball, and I'm feeling all of my lower abdominals lengthen. And you're going to squat and straighten, keeping your sacrum on the ball the whole time. Your spine follows the contour of the ball. Your chest is open. All 10 toes stay on the floor. Good, and what you're going to do in this is take advantage of the hollowing of your abs right from this position, and that'll cause your knees to bend. Then the rebound of the fascia will straighten your legs. Hollow your abs, go for the rebound, legs straighten, and you breathe in. The air is just drawn into your lungs. Then you hollow your abs and exhale, and we're going to add our arms. So breathe in as you reach. Keep the bells close to the side of your head. Reach your fingertips and toes in opposite directions. Hollow your abs, bend your knees, bend your elbows, fold into the squat. Breathe in and reach. Fingertips and toes in opposite directions, hollow. Exhale, bend. Notice that your knees are always just a slight bit ahead of your arms bending. Keep that sacrum on the ball. Notice how you improve in that folding of your hips and your knees. Think about your arms a continuation of your torso. And as you breathe in, you're getting expansion between your ribs. One more. Breathe in and reach. Hollow and exhale. Drop one of the bells. Roll on to your right side. Both feet are pointing straight ahead. Right hip, right knee, right ankle, all are a 90-degree angle. And notice that you have a nice high arch. Keep your big toe on the floor. Reach the bell overhead. Arms are straight. Grab the handle. With the top hand, use your thumb to push the bell away. And your head is resting on your lower arm. And arms are straight. Make sure that your torso and leg are in a straight line. And you toss down and let it rebound up. Toss and rebound. And if you can inch over the ball a little bit more, you're going to get more of your rib cage. So we're targeting the space between every one of our ribs and our whole lateral plane. Now, bring the bell to your chest. Roll onto your back into the bridge position. Tailbone is directed towards your knees. Knees are 90 degrees. Feet are pointing straight ahead, hip distance apart. Hold the bell overhead, straight arms. Toss down and let it spring up. Your torso is parallel with the floor. And from the bottom of your rib cage to your knees, that's also parallel to the floor. All right, bring the bell back to your sternum. Roll onto your left side. Right leg is straight. Both arms are straight. Grab the handle with your right hand. Press the bell away with your left thumb and toss and let it rebound up. Nice high arch on that left foot. Both feet are pointing straight ahead, targeting the space between each rib. Keep your arms straight. Toss and rebound. Keep reaching the bell and your feet in opposite directions. Now bring the bell back to your sternum. Go into the bridge. Deeply hollow your abs, direct your tailbone towards your knees, and toss them, let it rebound. Can you feel the movement of your shoulder blade on your rib cage? Notice how the mobilizing your rib cage, mobilizing your shoulder blade on your rib cage is going to create expansion between your ribs. And that's also going to create space between your vertebrae, helping the hydration of your discs. And we're going to repeat that. Once again on both sides, toss and let it rebound. Keep reaching that bell away. Feet are pointing straight ahead. And roll onto your back. Into the bridge position, toss overhead, and you can rock forward and backward, targeting different ribs and different parts of your upper spine. Keep those arms straight. We want to restore the elasticity from our hands to our torso. And bring the bell to your sternum, roll onto your left side, both feet pointing straight ahead, arms straight, toss and rebound. And if you can, inch a little further towards your head over the ball. That's going to allow you to get a little bit further down along your hip, possibly to the outside of your calf. reaching that bell away from you. Keep your arms straight, your neck relaxed, your head resting on your bottom arm. Last overhead toss, back into the bridge. Toss and rock forward and backward. By this time, I'm sure you're noticing much better elasticity or springiness through your rib cage, in your arms. All right, so now we're going to do pullovers. Grab your second bell. Get in the bridge position once again. Just the top of your glutes barely touch the ball. Abs are deeply hollowed, and your tailbone is directed towards your knees. Your chin is up to the ceiling, elbows up to the ceiling. Palms facing away from you. Loose grip on the bells. Drag the bells down. The back side of the ball. Hollow your abs to bring the bells back to the side of your head. Stay relaxed from your elbows to your fingertips. Keep your bells gliding on the ball. Use the hollowing of your abs and the lengthening of your abs, just your lower abs, to control this movement. The lower abs are controlling the muscles that move your shoulder blades. And that's what's causing your arms to go up and down. Keep directing your tailbone towards your knees so you more deeply hollow your lower abs. And that's going to increase the mobility of your shoulder blades and your shoulders. And that's also going to allow healthier remodeling of your shoulders. It's going to translate into your neck. Great. So carefully come out of that. Use your hands to bring your chin to your chest. Go into the squat, then walk up to sit on the ball. The last one is the scissors. And if you want to make it more challenging, put the bells on your feet. Get on top of the ball so that from your belly button to the bottom of your rib cage is on top of the ball, that your toes are just off the floor, elbows are bent, hands are wider than your shoulders, at about the level of the middle of your head. So from here, you're going to bend your right leg, reach your foot up to the ceiling, roll onto the outside of your left hip and thigh, let your head dangle and try and touch your right toes to your left elbow and switch. It's important that as you bend, reach, and roll, the straight leg stays straight and your toe is pointed. And roll back, bend, reach, roll. Notice your shoulder blade gliding on your rib cage as you roll. Let your head dangle, bend, reach, roll, and switch. Try not to drift too far forward because then you'll go into your low back. Bend, reach, roll. Now pulse, 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 and that pulsing comes from rotating your hips and your torso. Make sure that your head dangles, that your left leg is straight. And switch. Bend, reach, roll, and pulse. Pulse, pulse. Notice the diagonal from my left shoulder to my left knee. A nice straight line. And you're really going to get between your rib cage and the underside of your shoulder blade in this exercise. Bend, reach, roll, and pulse. So consider the fact that you're primarily rolling from side to side at the base of your pec muscles. And bend, reach, and roll, and pulse, 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 pulse. Good. And you can always end to bring everything into alignment with another frog rock. Notice how easy it is to just wrap yourself around the ball and hug it. How everything feels more organized, more limber, more mobile, and that you have that springiness in your fascia. And that's going to translate into your feeling like your joints are mobile, that the tension through your body is equal. All right, enjoy.